There's something you do. Maybe it's picking up your phone at 2 a.m. when you promised yourself you wouldn't. Maybe it's eating when you're not hungry. Messaging someone who's not good for you. Numbing out with something, anything, just to stop feeling what you're feeling for 5 minutes. You know what it is. And here's the thing. You knew before you started watching this that I was going to say something like that. Because you've been here before. You've read the articles. You've watched the videos. You've had the conversation with yourself 100 times. This is the last time. I'll stop after this one. I just need to get through today. And yet, here you are. Not because you're weak, not because you don't care about yourself, but because something in the architecture of your mind is running the show. Something ancient and powerful and absolutely not interested in your well-being. And today we're going to look it directly in the face. Let me tell you something about loops. A loop doesn't feel like a loop from the inside. From the inside it feels like a choice. You didn't decide to scroll for an hour, you just picked it up to check something quickly. You didn't plan to eat the whole thing. Charles Duhigg found that every repeated behavior follows the same three-part structure: cue, routine, reward. Something triggers you, you run the behavior, you get a hit of relief, and then the cue becomes more powerful. The loop tightens. Every time you complete the loop, you don't break it, you reinforce it. Repeated behaviors physically change the brain. What started as a decision becomes a reflex. You are traveling a road so well worn that your brain takes it before you realize it. And the worst part, knowing this doesn't fix it. If it did, you'd already be fixed. Your brain has two systems. The prefrontal cortex, the part that makes long-term plans, and the limbic system, older, deeper, interested only in relief right now. The prefrontal cortex is exhausted by the end of the day, but the limbic system never gets tired. This is ego depletion. When you engage in your behavior, your brain releases dopamine in anticipation. The craving isn't weakness. It's dopamine doing its job. You can want something intensely that brings you zero pleasure. The wanting is louder than the having ever is. Every major tradition independently arrived at this. The Buddhist concept of tanha, the endless loop of desire. The Stoic concept of akrasia, acting against your own better judgment. Aristotle's conclusion that knowledge and action are different systems. The Igbo proverb, the axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Carl Jung's shadow, what you don't acknowledge runs you. MIT's and Grable estimates 40 to 45% of our actions are habit. Simple suppression creates the white bear problem. Every I shouldn't makes the craving louder. The abstinence violation effect tells us that breaking a pattern once leads to further binging. It's not a loop, it's a net. The goal is not to stop the behavior. The goal is to change your relationship with the urge. Meaningful change comes from a gradual shift in identity. Not I will not smoke, but I'm not a smoker. Instead of suppression, use observation. Notice the urge. Name it. Watch it from a distance. This is urge surfing. The brain learns a new pattern. Urge arrives. I notice it. It passes. Find flow. Deep engagement in meaningful activity. Name the loop out loud. What is the cue? What is the behavior? What relief are you seeking? The scrolling isn't about the phone. It's about not being alone with a feeling. When you name the real feeling, you have a real target. The loop is not your enemy. The loop is information. Today, maybe, you can start listening.